we have 3 raised to the power 2x plus 3 raised to the power x equals to 90. Now, if you look at this and this, you realize that there is something in common, which is 3 raised to the power x. We also have 3 raised to the power x here, all right? There is x here, there is x here. So we can actually switch these exponents. That is where we have to start from. So solution. So we switch this exponent. So we have 3 raised to the power x raised to the power 2. Now, I didn't change anything. I just switched the exponent. If you multiply x times 2, you are still going to have 2x, okay? Then here I have my plus 3 raised to the power x equals to 90. All right? So looking at this, we are going to apply substitution method. We are going to substitute. So let y be equal to 3 raised to the power x. Okay, to make the work easy for us, we have to substitute. Wherever we see 3 raised to the power x, we are going to substitute y there, okay? So rewriting the equation, you're going to have, I'm going to substitute y here, okay? So y squared, okay, plus y is now equal to 90. Okay, so let me bring this constant into the side of the equation. So now I have y squared plus y minus 90 is now equal to 0. This is a perfect quadratic equation. Now, we have to look for two factors such that if we multiply, it's going to give us 90. And if we add or subtract, we are going to have plus 1. Okay, so let's look for the factors of 90 first. Let me put it here. The factors of 90, I have 1 and 90. 1 times 90 will give you 90. We have 9. Don't bother about the sign. Let's be done with the factors. We have 9 and 10. 9 times 10 will give us 90. We also have 3 and 30. 3 times 30 will give us 90. Now let's check. If you add these two, or you multiply 1 times 90, you're going to have 90. Okay, don't bother about the sign yet. And if you say 90 minus 1 to give you 89, and 1 minus 90 will give us minus 89. So it's not applicable. Okay, because when we sum, we're supposed to have 1. Okay, the coefficient of this middle term. All right, so let's look at this one. 9 times 10 will give us 90. Okay, 9 minus 10 will give us minus 1. And what we need here is plus 1. Okay, so that's to say minus 9 plus 10 will give us plus 1. So this is the right factor that we need to use here. Okay, so let me come to this side of the board. So I'm going to have my y squared. Then I'm going to replace these factors here where I have my y. So this is going to be plus minus, oh, that is supposed to be minus, not plus. Sorry about that. So I'm going to have minus 9y, okay, plus 10y minus 90, and this is equal to 0. Great. So now we have to factorize in pairs, okay? So what do we have common between these two? We have y is here, we have y here, we have y here. So we take 1 out. So we have y here. Y squared divided by y, we have y left. So if we multiply y times y, we're going to have y squared, okay? And then what do we have left here? We have minus 9. So if you use this y to multiply this, you're going to have this. Alright, so now down here we have plus. Bring down a plus sign. This sign might change. So let's just continue. Plus sign. Now let's see, what do we have common between these two? Between this and this. 10 is common because we have 10 here and we also have 10 here. So I bring my 10 down here. Okay. So 10y divided by 10, you're going to have y left. And 90 minus 90 divided by 10, you're going to have minus 9 equals 0. Now, when you solve your quadratic equation and you discover that what you have in this bracket is same thing with what you have in this bracket, you are on the right track. So let's continue. So I'll pick one of these. So I'm going to have y minus 9 into y plus 10, y plus 10, and this is equal to 0. So now I have my y minus 9 is equal to 0. Y plus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, so my y is now equals to 9. It was minus 9 here. It crosses over. It becomes plus 9. Or my y here is now equals to minus 10. Okay, but remember that y, recall that our y is equal to 3 raised to power x. So also recall that 3 raised to power x is greater than 0. So meaning that we discard this value of y and we work with this value. Okay, so y equals to 9. We now replace 3x in place of 3 raised to power x, in place of y. So we have 3 raised to power x is now equal to 9. Now, we can express 9 as 3 raised to power 2. So now 3 raised to power x is equal to 3 raised to power 2. And since the bases are the same, we can equate the powers. So my x now is now equal to 2. This is our value of x. We can still impute this value of x to test to see if our answer is correct. Okay, impute the value of x into the equation. So now we have 3 raised to power 2 times 2, because that's the value of x, plus 3 raised to power 2 equal to 90. Now 3 raised to power 2 times 2 is 3 raised to power 4, right? Plus 3 raised to power 2 equal to 90. Now 3 raised to power 4, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. So here we have 81 plus 3 square is 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 9 equal to 90. So here 81 plus 9 is 90, and 90 is equal to 90. That is to say that our value of x is correct. The value of x here is 2. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in my next video. Do like, share, subscribe, and drop a beautiful comment. Bye.